4 billion people depend on fertilizer made by natural gas to eat. If we didn't have natural gas, 4 billion people would starve to death. What do we do about that?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into an intense debate between Senator John Kennedy and Representative Jamie Raskin on climate change and the cost of going carbon neutral. It's a fiery exchange, and trust me, you don't want to miss this one. If you enjoy discussions on politics and global issues, make sure to hit that button and turn on notifications. Alright, let's get into it. I start by acknowledging Representative Raskin's resilience in overcoming his personal health battles. It's a moment of respect before we dive into the real issue at hand: climate change and budget allocations. I ask him a straightforward question. He answers and elaborates that fossil fuel reduction is key, though not an immediate elimination.
I'm so pleased that you beat your cancer diagnosis.
You're very kind.
We all followed your unfortunately public dealing with that. And,
My bandana made it public, I think.
yes. But it was a nice touch. It's a nice touch, and I'm sorry about your son.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
America relies on fossil fuels for 80% of its energy. I ask Raskin, by 2050, what percentage should that be to reach carbon neutrality? He hesitates, admitting he doesn't have a concrete number.
In your judgment, part of achieving that goal is eliminating the use of fossil fuel generated energy?
Not immediately.
Right.
But there are staged reductions that would be required in order for us to meet that goal, and I don't think it requires the absolute elimination of all carbon fuels, but I think something like a steady 4% per year reduction.
This is where I start pushing. If we don't know the numbers, how can we justify the costs? I bring up a game-changing statistic: 4 billion people depend on fertilizer made from natural gas to eat. If we eliminate fossil fuels, we risk global starvation. Raskin acknowledges this challenge but insists we must transition gradually. The question remains. This is where things heat up. I cite a study showing that wildfires in boreal forests released double the CO2 of all global emissions in 2001. Yet we are spending to reduce emissions. Is this money well spent if nature itself offsets our progress? Raskin pushes back, saying the investment is in renewable energy tax incentives, not direct carbon reduction.
Distraction from the real issue, because we take for granted.
These are peer-reviewed studies, Congressman.
Oh no, but the peer-reviewed studies show
exist. I promise you.
Oh no, but I'm not doubting the science for 1 minute. I'm saying let's take the science for granted. Let's take nature for granted. Thank God that we have forests and we have greenhouse gas emissions that come from agriculture and so on. All of that is something that we take for granted. Okay, now we also, however, can reduce agricultural greenhouse gas emissions through looking at industrial livestock practices.
My point is, I'm going way over. This is my last question.
Yeah.
We spend all this money. Okay, it's going to cost America about $1 trillion a year to make us carbon neutral by 2050.
Yes.
We don't lower world temperatures a scintilla of a degree if you look at the boreal forest fires. So what do we do?
Oh, I got you. But would you dispute that it would be far worse if we do nothing? In other words, if we stay on the path that big oil would have us stay on, are you denying that we would be in a situation where the Earth's temperature goes up?
That's not your goal in trying to make us carbon neutral. Is to be. It's a zero-sum game. Your goal is not to make it better. Your point is, as I understand it, that the world will end if we don't achieve the carbon neutrality.
But I challenge him. He doesn't have a clear answer. As we near the end of the debate, Raskin claims hurricanes are now stronger due to climate change. I counter with data suggesting hurricane intensity has remained consistent, but damages are higher because there's more infrastructure to destroy. It's a battle of statistics, and the audience can decide who makes the stronger case. Wow, what a debate! This conversation raises questions about our approach to climate policy and spending. Are we targeting the right issues, or are we missing the bigger picture? Let me know in the comments below. Should we spend trillions on carbon neutrality, or should we focus on managing natural emissions like wildfires? And before you go, hit that subscribe button. and turn on notifications so you never miss another deep dive analysis. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.